There goes Mike on the ATV with our trailer. So today is Thursday, August something, 14th. And today has been prep day for our camping retreat weekend, which starts tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow evening, starts Friday afternoon, evening, and Sunday after lunch. This will be our third annual. So I'm up here in Morning Sun Meadow, and this is an old logging road which loops around through our neighbor's property and down to the main gravel road. So this is not used anymore, but it is still a thing that is usable. So so we hauled up a bunch of stuff up here to the meadow using the ATV and the trailer to get a bunch of stuff so that we didn't have to hand haul everything up the hill. And technically it'd be good for us to get permission. We have to actually go through 4 different neighbors' properties. Like we're in this swath of private surrounded by national forest, but in this little swath here, yeah, it goes through 4 different properties. We feel pretty sure that they'd give us permission, and no one's living up here, so it's, you know, like, we feel pretty safe using access to the road there, but, you know, eventually we want to get permission to do that. But so I thought I would just kind of highlight what we've done today. So this is our outdoor meditation space and group gathering spot. And we've got the sun sail set up, some ground cover that I have staked down with rocks and wood because it curls up. This is some, I don't know what this is made of, some sort of flooring that actually came with our canvas tent that we bought off Craigslist. So we got some ground cover here that will set up our cushions, chairs. Let me show you the little nature altar that I set up. The calligraphy that I made. And here in this handy multi-purpose DeWalt storage container, we've got blankets and some cushions for people. It's chilly in the morning, so the blankets will be super helpful and potentially necessary sitting in the morning. So we've got that up there to kind of keep everything, you know, from getting condensated on or rained on. There's a chance for rain, and there's a slight chance for rain, which means we also did the work of putting this bad boy up. So this is a canvas tent we bought off Craigslist a couple of years ago, and we've had to do a number of modifications and figure out how to best keep it up, because it's kind of a homeowner special where he kind of made his own poles, the guy who sold it to us, and it's tippy. It fell over last year. Like, anyway, it's a little bit of a figure out, or, you know, we had to figure some stuff out. So these guy lines that we put on actually are super helpful. I think that's kind of like what's keeping it, you know, keeping it up in the air. But what I discovered last year is that this, and the guy told us when we bought it that it wasn't waterproof, or he wasn't sure if it was waterproof. And I learned that it is not waterproof. He said he's always used this with this huge tarp. So he wasn't sure if the canvas was waterproof, and it's not. My understanding is we could buy something to treat it so that it was waterproof. But since we're wanting to use this specifically in case it rains, because we don't have any other group indoor space, we just finished tarping it. So this is the tarp that the guy gave us when he sold us the tent too. So as you can see, like, all of the wires for this keep it, are like posted to the ground outside. So that's why the tarp is on here. So these are what's keeping the tent up. These outdoor wires or ropes. And so we just kind of did our best and brought some ladders up here, got the tarp on, and we're just staking it down with rocks. So that is that was the method to our madness here, and I laid out just some ground cover because it's really dusty and dry and crunchy in here. Mike did a bunch of weed whacking, and so if we have to come in here for group indoor space that is dry, we have a place to do it. I got some old scraps of carpet. So if we need it, it is here. So that's good to have just in case. So yeah, and the tarp is actually designed, like it's got a hole in it for where the chimney comes out. This came with a wood stove. We've got a wood stove, barrel stove for it, and chimney. You know, so potentially this will be a good little shelter until we can get like a, you know, a built structure up here for indoor space, which, you know, might take us, you know, who knows how long that'll take us, maybe a couple more years or so, who knows. But so this is what it looks like up here, the tent. And then we also added a, you know, sort of a new feature up here. So here at Empty Mountain, when we're hosting events and retreats, we, you know, when we have people up here, we have a, you know, a mix of people come up here. So it's not just like super outdoorsy people. And so we like to, you know, do our best to make people feel comfortable and, you know, have this set up for all sorts of different folks to come. And so while we announce when we, you know, we have events and retreats, we announce, like, the wording I think I've been using is like, we're a free roaming pee state. So that means we encourage people, like, if they want to go find a private spot to pee in the woods, they're welcome to do that. But we also have our compost toilet system set up, and we thought, because this is a little ways away from our outhouse, we decided to set up a traveling loo station. So this is just like a regular pop-up canopy. And this is actually a, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Oh dear. Bad filming. Okay. I should have done something else. It's fine. I also like kind of highlighting our amateur state. So, okay, so this is like from another canopy, this wall system here, but Jimmy rigged it up so that it could have a door. So it's partial privacy, but we don't really need privacy from the back. So it also has a view. So we set up just a portable loo station up here. So that's more convenient for folks when we're up here doing groups, and if anyone's camping up here, then there's sawdust and toilet paper, hand sanitizer, the compost loo bucket up here. So yeah, so people have privacy this way because this is where we'll be meeting. And I think the only creatures they'd run into that way are deer. So, you know, you could sit on the loo and watch some deer maybe, which sounds delightful. So, so that is, so we set this up too, up here. So this is temporary for the retreat, and, you know, we use what we had on hand. So we're all about that here. Use what we have on hand, figure it out, creative solutions. So, so that's what it looks like up here. In the past, some people have come up here and found spots to camp and put their tents up for the camping retreat. Some people bring their camper vans. And we have the guest hut now, of course, so we have a couple folks staying in there. So I'm going to head back down and show you our other preparations. There's the homestead. Okay. You can hear Mike weed whacking, which was on our to-do list. We had a long to-do list today, and weed whacking the what we call the parking meadow was on the list, because here in western Montana it's dry. We have had some really good rain, but it is, you know, the earth drinks it up pretty quick. It's dry, it's dusty. Our gravel road's kicking up a bunch of dust, and it's fire season, which is why he's cutting down the grass where people will park, because that's a big thing around here, that a big messaging that gets spread around, you know, like, you know, cars, you know, on dry grass can start wildfires. So we're trying to be good stewards of the land here and make sure we don't start any fires unintentionally. So last year Mike was gone away working for the retreat, so I hosted and set up by myself, and which I was very happy to do, but it was a lot of work, and so it was nice to have him on hand this time. So this is going to be our like food station, so we're, you know, I'm doing some of the cooking of the meals during the retreat. So in the morning I'll start tea, there'll be coffee, water, tea, and then we'll have breakfast, or breakfast will be spread out here anyway. We've got our dishwashing station set up where we'll have like a 3-bin rinse or wash rinse station, dry rack. It's a lovely little sitting space. So this is our eating area. So we put up this canopy today. We borrowed some tables from the Mindfulness Center in Missoula. Thank you, Openway. And this is where we'll have our meals. Have some sun cover. And I want to highlight this here, this hanging sign. So I made this, I don't know, like, I mean, it could be 15 years ago. For the very first retreat, actually, we hosted. And it was on some land that my mom owned at the time here in Montana, and I made that sign, and I'm just so glad we held on to it. It made the cut of our big downsize when we sold the house, held on to that, and I like having this sort of, you know, continuing thread from our very first retreat. Now we hang it up for all of our retreats here. And so, yeah, so this will be our eating area. Mike's going to do some prep work here in the event that it's not windy in the mornings and we can have a small campfire, because it is chilly here in the mornings. You know, it's in the mid 40s, and we're going to wake up kind of early. So if it's safe and possible, we're going to have this. He's going to clear out some of this grass and stuff and just kind of get some of the debris away. You know, if it's safe, then we'll have small campfires in the morning, which would be lovely, but we'll just kind of feel that out. So there's our inspirational outhouse, I like to call it. It's all the inspirational things I put inside of it, all the messaging and art. And yeah, I think we're actually doing pretty good as far as the to-do list goes. We've been whittling it down. So the whole thing was full earlier. We've been dry erase. It's so nice. You can just go zoop. When you complete something on the list, it's so satisfying. So yeah, we're hosting our retreat tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to it. Looking forward to having people come out and spend time and be together in community in the woods. The retreat will be part in silence and part social, you know, sort of hangout time, and you know, we're experimenting with our programming, and you know, ultimately, again, you know, we're out here not just to live in the woods on our own, although we're loving that, and that's great, but we are looking to build community, you know, and have people come out here. That's what we're doing out here also. We want to share the space and be in community out here. So it's so nice to have some folks signed up for the retreat, and yeah, so it's been a long day. I think it's like 4:30. I think I started working, I don't know, around 7:30 this morning. I took a nap midday, and I have dinner planned that I'm gonna make, but I might propose to Mike that we do something else, like go get a pizza, because she's tired, and I'm going to work tomorrow, my remote job, in the morning until noon, and then folks are coming in the afternoon, so it's going to be a long day and weekend, but a good one also, both things. So I want to pace myself and make sure I get good rest too. So the Gray Jays are here. Best time. Okay, anyway, thanks for tuning in. Empty Mountain adventure continues.